What is the single greatest fear that comes with aging? It's not just the wrinkles or the gray hair. For millions of us, the deepest fear is the fear of a fall. But let's be honest, it's not the fall itself that terrifies us. It's not just the pain or the thought of a broken bone, it's about what comes after. It's the fear of losing your independence. It's the fear of becoming a burden. Oh, it's the fear that one simple, unlucky slip on a rug or a missed step on the stairs could be the event that changes your life forever, the event that takes you from living in your home to living in a home. That is a heavy, anxious feeling, and I want you to know your concern is valid. But what if I told you today that the most powerful insurance policy against that life altering fall is completely free? What if it requires no expensive equipment, no prescription, and no gym membership? What if it's a simple, gentle exercise you actually mastered as a toddler, but probably haven't done since? I am talking about the profound, science backed benefits of walking backwards. It may sound strange, it may even sound too simple. But stay with me for the next few minutes. I am going to show you, step by step, how 5 minutes of this reverse exercise can become the single most important habit you adopt to protect your independence for years to come. The why, the warning system that fell asleep. So, first, why does our balance seem to fail us as we get older? The common answer is just age. But that's not the real story. The truth is, it's because our body's internal warning system has been allowed to go to sleep. You see, your ability to stand upright, to move without falling, relies on a constant, high speed conversation between your brain and your body. This conversation depends on three and only three core systems. Think of it as the three pillars of balance. Number one, your vision. This is your eyes, telling your brain where you are in the room. Number two, your vestibular system. These are tiny, brilliant sensors in your inner ear. Think of them as your body's biological gyroscope, sensing every little tilt and movement of your head. And number three, your proprioception. This is the sixth sense you never hear about. It's the vast network of sensors in your muscles, your joints, and the soles of your feet. They are constantly sending high-speed signals to your brain, telling it where your body parts are in space without you even having to look. When all three of these pillars are strong and talking to each other, your balance is rock solid. But here's the problem. For 50, 60, even 70 years, we have almost only walked forward. We walk on flat, predictable sidewalks. We walk through familiar hallways. This forward motion becomes so automatic, so autopilot, that our brain, in an effort to be efficient, takes a shortcut. It starts to rely almost 100% on just one of those pillars, your vision. Your brain says, I can see where I'm going, so I'll just follow my eyes. And the other two systems? Your vestibular gyroscope and your proprioceptive sixth sense? They get lazy. They are not challenged. They slowly go dormant. So, what happens? The inevitable moment arrives. You get up in the middle of the night to use the restroom, and the room is dark. Or you step off a curb you didn't quite see. Or you slip on a patch of wet grass. In that split second, your vision can't help you. Your brain screams for help from the other two systems. It yells, quick, tell me where we are. But those systems have been asleep for 20 years. They can't react in time. That is the moment a fall happens. That is the forward rut syndrome. So, how do we wake them up? How do we force this elite balance team back into training? You can't do it by walking forward. You have to reverse the process. The solution, the reverse secret. This is why retro walking, the simple act of walking backwards, is one of the most powerful fall prevention exercises on the planet. You must stop thinking of it as just a leg exercise. It is a brain exercise. It is a neurological exercise. The very moment you take that first intentional step backward, autopilot mode shuts off completely. Your brain is forced wide awake. And here is what happens. First, you wake up your brain and your vestibular system. When you walk backwards, you cannot see where you are going. This creates a safe, controlled challenge. Your prefrontal cortex, the thinking part of your brain, lights up. It is forced to process your surroundings and your movement in a completely new way. You may even feel a little fuzzy, or off balance the first time you try. That fuzziness is a good sign. That is the feeling of your brain building new neural pathways. At the exact same time, your vestibular system, your inner ear gyroscope, is suddenly called into action. It has to work overtime, firing constant signals to your brain to keep you upright. With every step back, you are actively retraining your brain and your inner ear to communicate again. This makes you neurologically sharper and quicker to react to any sudden loss of balance, forward or backward. Second, you activate the specific anti-fall muscles that forward walking forgets. When you walk forward, your hamstrings and your calves do most of the work. When you walk backward, you engage a whole new team of muscles, the exact muscles you need to prevent falls. The most important one is your quadriceps. These are the large muscles at the front of your thigh. Why are strong quads so important? They are your body's natural, powerful brakes. They are what stop you from falling forward when you trip. They are also the body's primary shock absorbers for your knees. Walking backwards strengthens these muscles more effectively than almost any other low-impact senior balance exercise. You also wake up your glutes, your hip muscles, and your tibialis anterior, the muscles in your shins. These are your anchor muscles. They are what control the fine-tuning of your ankle and hip joints, keeping you stable and planted on the ground. You are, quite literally, building the specific muscular armor designed to catch you before you fall. And third, this is a gift for your knees. Here is the best part, and for many of you, this is the most important part. Science has shown, time and time again, that walking backwards places significantly less impact and compressive force on your knees. When you walk forward, your heel strikes the ground first, sending a jarring force up through your knee. When you walk backward, you land gently on your toe or the ball of your foot, and you roll through the motion. It is a softer, smoother, more controlled movement. Many people who suffer from knee pain or even knee arthritis find this backward motion incredibly relieving. So think about this. This is the ultimate win-win. You are actively strengthening the muscles that protect your knee, the quadriceps, while simultaneously putting less stress on the knee joint itself. This is why physical therapists have used this secret for decades to help people recover from knee injuries and surgery. It builds strength without causing pain. The proof, the undeniable evidence. Now, I don't want you to just take my word for it. This is not just theory, this is clinical fact. In physical therapy clinics and geriatric centers all over the world, doctors use a very simple test. It's called the 3-meter backward walk test, or 3MBWT. It's exactly what it sounds like. They mark a line of 3 meters, about 10 feet, and they time how long it takes a patient to safely walk backwards from one end to the other. Why do they do this? Because numerous studies have confirmed it is one of the single most accurate predictors of fall risk in older adults. The data is shocking. Studies consistently show that fallers, people who have recently had a fall, perform this test significantly slower than non-fallers. One key study from the Journal of Geriatric Physical Therapy found that people who took longer than 4.5 seconds to walk 3 meters backward were 81% more likely to have a history of falling. But here is the most critical insight. Other studies found that this slow backward walking speed is not just linked to weak legs, it's directly linked to what scientists call executive dysfunction. That's a clinical term for a slowdown in your brain's processing speed. This proves it. Your ability to walk backwards is not just a party trick. It is a direct, measurable link to both your physical stability and your brain's reaction time. So, when you practice this simple skill, you are not just doing a simple exercise. You are actively and measurably training and improving the very metric that doctors use to predict your risk of falling. You are literally making yourself fall-proof from the inside out. The promise and call to action. So let's go back to that fear we talked about at the beginning. That heavy feeling of worrying about a fall, let's replace that fear with a plan, a simple plan. You don't need to join a gym. You don't need to sign up for a 60-minute class. All it takes is 5 minutes a day in a clear, empty hallway in your own home. Walking backwards for 5 minutes a day is the single most effective insurance policy you can activate to protect your independence and prevent the one fall that could change your life forever. That independence means something different to each of us. It's the freedom to live in your own home, on your own terms. It's the ability to go to the grocery store, to work in your garden, to visit your family, all without fear. So, I want to ask you something, and I would truly love for you to answer in the comments below. What is the one daily activity you cherish most? The one simple pleasure you want to protect your independence for? Is it gardening in your backyard? Is it being able to play on the floor with your grandchildren? Or is it perhaps simply the dignity of walking to your mailbox on your own and knowing you are safe? Let me know in the comments below. I read them all, and your why is what inspires this entire community. Now you know why this simple movement is so powerful. But the most important step, the next step, is learning how to do it safely. I beg you, please, do not just turn around right now and start walking. Your safety is my number one priority. You must build confidence first. That is why you must watch our next video. It's the most important follow-up to this one. It's called The Safest Way to Start Walking Backwards, a Step-by-Step Guide for Seniors. In that video, I will personally and slowly guide you through the very first safe steps. We will start by simply holding onto a wall or a kitchen counter. We will build your confidence one step at a time without any risk. Please click the video on your screen right now. Stay safe, stay strong, and let's go protect your independence. Together, this content is for informational purposes only and is not a substitute for professional medical advice. Please consult your doctor or physical therapist before making any changes to your exercise routine.